substantiate your guilt. In cause number 2023-0D05832, I do find you guilty of 22 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon that has been enhanced to first-degree felonies. And under each count, I hereby sentence you to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for life terms. In cause number 2020-0D02631, I do find you guilty of capital murder, and I sentence you to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice for a term of life without the possibility of parole. Have you understood everything that's happened?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything from the defense or the state? Do you wish to make any statements?
I do, Your Honor. I just wanted to thank the El Paso Police Department for the work on this case, as well as the other first responders, local, state, and federal, that responded to the scene on August 3rd, 2019, as well as for the investigative work by the El Paso Police Department and the Federal Bureau of Investigation. I also wanted to thank the County of El Paso, the court, the county judge, and the commissioners for allowing us to use this room for the plea and for allowing everyone to be present. I also wanted to take a moment, Your Honor, on behalf of the state of Texas to apologize to the community and the court, and specifically the family of Gerhard Alexander Hoffman for the gross and abominable misconduct by one of my predecessors and her representatives acting as representatives of the state of Texas on the 23 lives that were taken from us far too soon, their family members, and the survivors of this horrific event.
Mr. Spencer, is there anything you wish to say, or Mr. Stevens?
May it please the court. We stand here today in the shadow of an unimaginable tragedy. On August 3rd of 2019, Patrick Crusius inflicted a wound on our community that may never fully heal. He brought violence and terror to a place of peace, shattering lives and forever changing the landscape of El Paso. To everyone who lost loved ones, to those who were injured, to everyone whose sense of safety was violated, we offer our deepest, most sincere condolences. We know that the pain runs deep and cannot be erased. Today, Patrick Crusius pleaded guilty to the charges brought against him by the state of Texas. He has accepted responsibility for this horrific actions. This plea, following his guilty plea in federal court and the resulting 90 consecutive life sentences, brings judicial finality. In federal court, Patrick Crusius publicly expressed remorse for the first time when confronted by one of his victims. Patrick will spend the rest of his natural life in prison. He will never again walk free. Patrick will leave prison only in a coffin on God's time. We hope that the resolution spares the victims of our community the further trauma of a protracted trial and decades-long appeals. But legal finality cannot erase the pain, nor does it fully answer the agonizing question, why? How could something so senseless happen here in our community? Over the past 5 years, extensive evaluations by numerous healthcare professionals have concluded that Patrick Crusius suffers from a severe debilitating mental disease, schizoaffective disorder. This illness involves profound breaks with reality, including hallucinations and deeply entrenched delusional thinking. His thinking became increasingly divorced from reality, dominated by fixed, strange ideas, not based on fact. This wasn't sudden. It was a slow unraveling. We share this not as an excuse, but as part of the explanation for the inexplicable. It is crucial to understand that Patrick's severe mental illness made him exceptionally vulnerable to delusions based on racial misinformation. Untreated and isolated, Particularly in the year leading up to this attack, his grasp on reality weakened. As his mind detached from reality and his illness set in, he experienced distressing, intrusive thoughts of violence. He searched the internet desperately for help for his mental illness. He withdrew from work, from school, and from his family. His own mother recognized his instability and unsuccessfully attempted to have law enforcement intervene regarding his firearm possession, but tragically, they did not. It was in this state of isolation and profound mental distress that Patrick turned to the darkest corners of the internet and absorbed the political discourse of the time. His illness wrapped his ability to distinguish reality from delusion, hate from non-hate. He became consumed by extreme ideologies found online on sites like 4chan and 8chan. He latched onto hateful rhetoric, particularly the dangerous and false narratives surrounding immigration being repeated in political discourse. The political environment of 2019 was charged with incendiary language. Terms like invasion were used repeatedly in political discourse to describe immigrants and happenings on our border. This rhetoric, rooted in racist ideologies like the Great Replacement theory, dehumanizes entire groups of people. While Patrick claimed in his manifesto that his views predated the then president and that political figures were not to blame, he also explicitly stated the attack was a response to the Hispanic invasion of Texas, echoing the language used by political figures. Indeed, Patrick believed he was acting at the direction of the president at the time, seeing it as his duty to stop the invasion, because that's what he believed the president was telling him. Those thoughts became cemented in the vulnerable, broken brain. This is the crux of the senseless Patrick, unable to parse reality, absorb toxic rhetoric that casts fellow human beings as a threat. Dehumanizing language, especially when amplified by figures of authority and spread rampantly online, can and did. The focus must shift entirely to the needs of the survivors, the families of those lost, and the healing of our community. We heard the powerful impact statements, the stories of loss, pain, and fear, but also of incredible faith and resilience at the federal sentencing. We must continue to listen and to support and to provide resources needed for healing, however long it takes. We hope that today marks a step, however small, towards healing for all of those affected. May we honor the memory of those lost by rejecting hate, championing compassion, and working tirelessly to build a future where such tragedies are unthinkable. Que Dios los bendiga a todas las víctimas, nuestras familias y nuestra comunidad del Paso y Ciudad Juárez. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak to you.
The court wishes to address you at this time. On August 3rd, 2019, you traveled 9 hours to a city that would have welcomed you with open arms. You brought not peace, but hate. You came to inflict terror, to take innocent lives, and to shatter a community that had done nothing but stand for kindness, unity, and love. You slaughtered fathers, mothers, sons, and daughters. You left wounds that have yet. After such horror, you are guaranteed the rights that every person is entitled to under the law. Now, as you begin the rest of your life, failed. You did not divide this city. You strengthened it. You did not silence its voice. You made it louder. You did not instill fear. You inspired unity. El Paso rose stronger and braver. The community you tried to break has become a symbol of resilience, of love overcoming hate, of humanity enduring in the face of evil. This community will always remember those whose lives you stole, their names, their stories, their accomplishments. Their light will never fade, while you, your name and your hate will be forgotten. This course will stand adjourned until 1 o'clock.